Thank you.
Not into it.
I'll get to him in just a minute.
Matt Rule at Baylor. Nah, I wouldn't hire him.
Thank you.
Josh McDaniels. Nah, he had Denver. He went to Denver. He was in OC at the Rams for a while. Nah,
Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't hire him. My guy, and I said this months ago, Cleveland Browns, Dallas Cowboys. Cleveland, I think I'll take the Cowboys, Bob. So I just feel like he's the best fit for the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like that him and Jerry Jones can work something out. I know that Jerry wants all the power, but I think at 70-something years old, Jerry like, Super Bowl power. I think I'll take Super Bowl, Bob. So I just feel like that Urban Meyer is the guy for that job. He has the mold. He fits that mold. I mean, I think when you want a coach for the Dallas Cowboys, you need someone right now with like flash, a guy that's everybody knows his name, not a guy you're like, where did he come from? Let me look it up
Matt
on
Rule?
the internet.
He commands your attention.
He does.
Yes, right. He commands your attention. So I think for me, and I said this months ago, I hope I'm right. I hope Miss Cleo got me right with my crystal ball. I just feel like Urban Meyer's the guy to coach that team.
Like it.
You know who hey, I'll give up 3 first-rounders and $15 million. I'm trying to get Sean Payton out of New Orleans. I'm trying to get Sean Payton out of New Orleans.
You're going to do anything.
Because Jerry said the obscene side of the check that he'd be willing to write for a Super Bowl, Skip,
Yep.
well, it's going to take an obscene amount of check. Because not only are you going to have to give up draft pick and compensation, monetary compensation, if you were to do this, you're going to probably have to pay Sean Payton somewhere between $125 and $150 million. That's the obscene size of the check that he's going to have to write. And I believe Sean Payton could deliver what Jerry ultimately wants. See, the problem that Jerry had, Skip, is that Jerry bought the team in 1989, right? Brought the team in 1989, and within 5 years, he had 3 Super Bowls. So now he's like, man, that's easy. Super Bowl, bang.
That is true. I agree.
So,
why can't anybody do it?
yeah, and so he started to believe that anybody could coach the Cowboys and win Super Bowls. It's
He
not
said that.
It's not that easy.
He said at one point there are 100 coaches who could coach this team to a Super Bowl.
Right. And he started to believe that, or anybody can do it. You just get a talented roster, and no. There's so much more that goes into coaching than just a talented roster, and he's finding that out now because he believes he's assembled a talented roster, even talented last 2 to 3 years. And what did he have to show for it? 1 playoff win and 2 division titles. That's not enough for him when you've had the ultimate success that he's had, especially early. When you win Super Bowl, Skip, it's kind of like the Patriots. They don't really, yeah, the AFC East, that's nice. Yeah, the AFC titles, nice. But if you don't win Super Bowls when you've had the success that they've had, anything less doesn't even matter to them. It's Super Bowl or bust. Well, Jerry got that taste early. And so now that's what he thinks, that he should win every single year.
Yep.
But for me, I'm doing everything I can to get Sean Payton because he needs a CEO. He needs a guy that commands. Sean Payton will command that locker room respect.
He would.
They will know he's in charge, and that bull job that he used to get away with Jason Garrett ain't happening on his watch.
So, to your point, if Jerry Jones managed to go to New Orleans and extract Sean Payton away from the Saints to the Cowboys, I would give you such a big how about them Cowboys. I would hit this table so hard I would crack it in 2. That's how big that
to happen.
I would crack it in 2 and we'd have to go get another one to continue this show. I might break my hand on that one because I've come close enough already and it's already a little black and blue from this morning.
Yeah.
Oh. The point is, it just seems pie in the sky to me because I don't think New Orleans, for any price, would let him go right now.
Right.
I don't know Drew Brees' future. I don't know if they go win the Super Bowl and I give them a shot.
But absolutely.
I give them a shot. If they go win the Super Bowl, would Drew say, I'm going to walk into the sunset because I got kids to coach and Little League football? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
So would Sean say, I'm going to give up total control with as you call her, Miss Benson, she's hands off, right? She stays out of the way. As far as I know.
Sean and Mickey Loomis run that team,
right? Okay, so why would he give that up if Drew Brees is going to commit to playing a couple, 3 more years? Why would he give that up to go to Dallas? I just don't see it.
Well, Jerry gonna have to, like you said, write that on the dotted line that he gonna stay out the kitchen.
Okay, well, would he? I don't know. He's 77 years of age. At some point, you got to give it up.
Right.
If you really and truly want a Super Bowl at any cost, well, the cost may be your pride and ego because you might have to just pull back, stay out of the way.
Yep, that's that.
And I don't fault Jerry for the roster he has helped assemble because it's pretty great,
It is.
right? And he had something to do with it. Right?
Yeah, oh,
Now,
absolutely.
Will McClay has become their draft
Right.
master.
Yes.
I don't like what he did with his, by the way, real quick point, his second-round pick last year. Does anybody remember what happened to
Connor
Tristan?
Reed?
No, Tristan Hill.
Oh,
This last year.
this year.
Out of Central Florida?
But Skip, that was a problem with that Central
I
Florida.
know, they had problems with him, and now he's become an even bigger problem for Dallas.
Yeah.
It seems like a swing and a miss. And remember, that was the top pick they had last year because they gave up the one for Amari.
Right.
So my point is, if you give up 4 firsts for Sean Payton, would you sort of cut off your nose to spite your face? Would you handicap yourself then to go forward?
Well, you just know that you're going to Skip, if they win 2 Super Bowls, let's just say they don't have a first-round pick until the year 2022, but you win 2 of the next 4 Super Bowls.
Okay, can you guarantee me that? I'll take it if you can guarantee
I believe Sean Payton can deliver that.
Okay, so my gut feeling right now is your gut feeling. I do like the Urban Meyer possibility. I like the prospect of it because he's a big guy. He's one of those guys, Jenny knows him, been around him.
Yeah.
When he walks in the room, he commands the room. He would command
Everyone
that locker
knows.
room because he was wildly successful at all 3 college stops. Now, again, he's not coached a lick of pro football, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Needed Barry Switzer.
Okay, I love Barry Switzer, know him very well, but he walked in and he commanded the locker room, I
Yes.
promise you. The point is that I believe Urban's such a big guy that he would walk in and be a success because he's always been successful. And he does have charisma about him, but he wants to control every last nuance of the franchise. And Jerry would have to get out of his way. I don't think his personality would clash with Jerry's because when I'm around Urban, I don't know how you feel, but I think he can sort of figure out how to get along.
He's great to be around.
Yeah.
And that is fun about this year, being around him a little bit more and knowing him on a personal level
Yep.
other than coach. But the thing that I can say that we talked a lot about this year is how much he missed the competitiveness.
Okay.
And there's no better place to go be competitive and handle the pressure
I agree.
of the Dallas
He
Cowboys.
does tend to burn. He drives so hard he burns out, right?
But
But he's
misses
not
that.
burned out
But,
now.
Skip, but think about the pressure that he felt at Florida to win and Ohio State to win times 10.
I know.
Because that's the Dallas Cowboys. Ohio State and Florida can't compare to the Cowboys on the national stage.
No.
And the expectation now is that look at the roster I've given you. You got to go deliver because he's going to be making $10+ million a year.
But I think he would deliver. I think when you look at Urban Meyer, I think one thing he'd say, okay, Jerry, if I'm him, I'd say, give me one thing. Give me Bill Callahan back. Let's get Bill Callahan back in there because I have Zeke. I know Zeke. We ran the ball better when we had Bill Callahan. Give me that. I know these young players that, in college, I drafted them. I could draft some of them. I know these guys. I know the guys that other people don't know.
Right.
Because when you're a head coach, you know, you coaching, you know the guys out there, man, why are you not in the league? Boy, I wish I had him on my football team. I mean, they're even playing. They don't play him in the right position. So I feel like with him, I just feel like that, like you said, I met Urban for the first time here a couple of months ago, and I never met him before.
Right.
And I wanted to meet him. And they say he wanted to meet me. I mean, I'm a big Urban Meyer fan. I mean, because
Nick Saban's my number 2 choice.
Okay,
Number 3 choice might be Dabo. What about old Dabo? Now Dabo, he got to play. He built a power down in Clemson.
Yeah, but does he want to walk away from that power? Whew.
But you look at Dabo and look at Urban Meyer. Think about the two. The personalities are so different.
Oh, they're so different.
You know, and to me, I see Urban as almost like Jerry, like that. Hey guys, how's it going? You know, just that.
Dabo is a heck of a motivator. You see,
No, and you know it.
Yeah,
I know it.
Hey, he gonna
Okay,
them
last
guys
2
be ready
quick
to play.
thoughts. Lincoln Riley, I'm a big University of Oklahoma fan. He has overseen 3 of the worst college defenses I've ever seen in the last 3 years. They just gave up 7 first-half touchdown passes to Joe Burrow. I can't.
Joe could have put 80 on him, Skip. They could have really scored 80 points on him.
Put 63 on him like that, right? And finally, one last name that could become a possibility, maybe a long shot possibility, is if the Patriots lose tomorrow night, which we both think they will, the dynasty could just splinter apart. And Robert Kraft might have to make a choice between the quarterback and the head coach going forward. And if he somehow talks Brady into staying and Belichick says, I'm out, I would think Belichick might be intrigued with Dallas. He might be.
Jerry gonna have to write a check by
I don't know about that. That would be like,
okay.
He literally gonna have to get out of the kitchen.
Okay, but that's where you'd say I'm 7.